Welcome to another session of English classes. Today we will learn something about modals, a very interesting topic. Now, first of all, let us understand what modal auxiliaries are. Now, see, modals are those auxiliary verbs which express the mode or manner of the actions indicated by the main verb. Now, suppose see over here, we speak in English. Now, this speak is showing an action done by this we. We can do what? Speak in English. But there's a word over here, can. Now see, they expresses modes such as ability, possibility, permission, obligation, etc. So basically, if someone asks us what actually modals are and what is their role, so modals we can say they are auxiliary verbs, they are the helping verbs which expresses a mode or manner of an action done by the verb, or in simple words we can say they add a new meaning to a sentence. For example, suppose I say I shall go to Jaipur. Now over here with I have used shall. Now generally we know that shall is used with I as far as the tense rules are concerned, but in modals the things will be reversed. With modals we will use will. Will is used with the first person, that is I and we. Now when I say I shall go to Jaipur, in that situation it is not expressing any modal, but meaning wise the meaning goes that yeah, I shall go to Jaipur. But when I say I will go to Jaipur, now this will over here is acting as a modal, auxiliary. Now once I say I will go to Jaipur, now this will shows a determination that come whatever, but I will go to Jaipur at any cost. But when I say I can go to Jaipur, instead of will, suppose I use can, I can go to Jaipur. And that condition, this can expresses the ability. That means you have the ability to go to Jaipur. So in this way, actually, the modals are the expressions. They expresses mode. See over here. They expresses ability, remote possibility, permission, obligation, and number of other modes also, which we will discuss in the coming slides. Now see over here. We can speak in English. Shows the ability that you have the ability to speak in English. Now second, it might rain in the evening. Now whenever we use might, it always expresses a remote possibility. That means it might rain in the evening. There's a remote possibility, least possibility that in the evening it might rain. Coming on to may, we all know may expresses permission. May I go to watch a movie? Over here the modal auxiliary may is expressing a mode of action, that is permission. Now coming on to the fourth one, you must do your duty. Now this must again is a modal expressing an obligation. Obligation means a compulsion. It is necessary, it is vital for you. You must do your duty. So in this way, modal actually, as I told you earlier also, they add a new meaning to a sentence. Extremely important, and one should know their differences very minutely and able to understand modals properly, and able to write things properly and thus enhance them to speak and write in a better and a lucid way. Now see over here, the following are the modal auxiliaries: shall, should, will, would, can. So in all we can say there are 13 modal auxiliaries: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So generally these modal verbs are used, and these modals if used wrongly can give a wrong meaning. That's why their use becomes absolutely important. Now in the coming slide, one by one we'll understand the difference between the different modals and how they should be properly used. Now we will start the things from a modal called will. Now generally, as I discussed earlier also, in tenses we use will with the second and third person, but over here things will be reversed. In modals, will is always used with the first person. So see over here, it is always used with the first person. Now see, it expresses four different modes, four different expressions: intention, determination, threat, and promise. Now I will go to Nainital. Now will go where? Nainital, during summer vacations. That is my intention, that I intend to go. The second example, I will get first rank. Now first rank. Now he is quite determined that I will come up whatever, but I will do my level best to get the first rank in the class this year. This shows a determination. Now threat, to threaten someone. See, I will punish you. Maybe you can say I will kill you. I will throw you out of the class. Something like that. So I will punish you for not doing your homework. Showing a threat. Now the fourth one, I will bring a gift for you. Now will bring a gift. Promising. Showing a promise. That it is my promise that on your birthday I will bring a gift. So in this way, as far as will is concerned, four different expressions are expressed: intention, determination, threat, and promise. I hope this will is clear. Now coming on to a different slide which expresses shall. Now see, shall in tenses used with the first person, but over here it will be used with the second and third person, which is very important. Use with the second, use with the third person. Now again it will express four different modes. The three expressions almost the same. This one will be changed. Now see, command. You shall leave the class at once. Now maybe the teacher is commanding or the principal is commanding the student to leave the class at once. So showing a command, showing an order. Now coming on to the second one, she shall study regularly and succeed. She shall, with she we have used shall. So showing a determination that now she is quite determined that she will study regularly and will succeed. So she shall study. Now coming on to the third one, if you make a noise, you shall be punished. Now you shall be punished, or maybe we can say in simple words, you shall be punished. So you shall be punished. Why? Because if you make a noise, showing a condition, showing a threat also. This shall over here, the modal auxiliary shall over here is showing a threat that you shall be punished. When you make a noise in the class. Now coming on to the fourth one, he shall get a prize. When? If he succeeds. The promise. What is the promise? The promise of being given a prize. And when? If he succeeds. So shall over here as a modal auxiliary is showing the promise. Now moving on to the next modal, which is should. Again important one. Now should, first of all, expresses a duty or a moral obligation. We should obey our parents. Now should. If I had used other models, so it would have given a different meaning. The sentence would have given a different meaning. Suppose I had said we can obey our parents. So this shows ability, that we have the ability, which goes wrong actually expression wise. That's why we should obey our parents. So now should over here expresses a duty, that is, it is our duty, it's our moral obligation. The same example can be is given over here, can be understood over here, that you should help the poor. Again expressing a moral obligation, that it is our duty actually, that we should help the poor. Now coming on to the next one, which is the condition. Should also expresses a condition. Now, should this happen, I will resign. I will resign when the condition is if this happens. Now, should over here is showing a condition. Now, should also expresses a request. I should like to inform you about my inability to come. Actually, he is requesting. Coming on to the fourth one, which is advice. You should not tell a lie. Now, should over here, I mean, we can say you should not disregard your elders. So, should over here showing a advice. But as far as should is concerned, this point, duty and moral obligation, is more important. Generally, asked in the exams and at school level. Now, moving on to the next modal, which is would. Now, would first of all expresses polite request, polite offer. Now, see, would you kindly turn on television? Similarly, would you like to play with me? So, this you is offering me what to play. Now, coming on to this one, the first one, the difference between would and will. Generally, when we say he will do this, so as I told you earlier also, will expresses a determination. But when we use would, the would always shows the futurity in the past. That means if we talk about the future time in past, if we are relating to some past incident, a past happening, in the past happening, if we are indicating to the future action in that condition, we always use would. See example over here. He said that he would be back soon. That means an action in the past and talking about the futurity in the past. Now, determination with the word rather. So, I would rather die than beg. This means I won't beg. I prefer to die. I prefer death as compared to begging from others. So, would over here showing a determination. Now, would generally is also used with the past habits. He would sleep whole day. So that was his habit in the past time. What he used to do? He used to sleep. That means he would sleep whole day and do nothing. Shows a past habit also. These 5 points, 5 expressions, 5 modes are very important as far as would is concerned.